Welcome back, everyone. We're waking up to a little bit of cloud cover out there, really across the board. You're not seeing it here on your satellite and radar composite, but these are lower level clouds across west central Texas. But there is a bit of a break. You can see that off towards the west, out towards the Midland Odessa region. That will move in, it looks like, by lunchtime before our next weather maker arrives by overnight tonight. You can see it off towards the west. It's an area of low pressure in the upper levels of our atmosphere, and an area of low pressure associated with a trough. And this will dig and move across west central Texas, across the panhandle, and that will provide the lift we need for some showers and thunderstorms overnight tonight. Let's not waste any time, get right to it. Hour by hour forecast showing you maybe a light sprinkle, possibly mainly for our eastern counties as we get through the mid-morning hours today, but I think that's going to be long gone by lunchtime as we see a dry line continue to mix to the east. Cloud covers will start to decrease just a bit and then reappear, it looks like, just before we get to 6 or 7 o'clock tonight. And then look, our next chance for showers and thunderstorms arrive into the overnight hours about 9, 10 o'clock tonight. And you can see that linear line stretching anywhere from north of Interstate 20 down through our far eastern counties, including Concho, Tom Green County, Sutton, Schleicher, and Crockett counties. And then will likely become a little bit more filled in as we go through time. You'll notice, though, some of this bowing that you see here. This is what's indicated by what could be some strong gusty winds, west to east winds, as these sets of storms begin to move through. So we'll continue to watch this. It looks like, though, we'll see them begin to die off. It looks like before sunrise, before another shot of some showers and thunderstorms on the backside of it. I think we'll also increase the coverage as we get into Friday as well, before we start to see us dry out and just in time for the weekend. I'm going to show you the rainfall estimates here, and I want to say to be as clear as I possibly can. Don't read so much into the actual estimated numbers, because we know here in West Texas these are going to vary. But notice the overall kind of placement of the heaviest rain, anywhere from Comanche down through Brown County, down through Brady, as well as into parts of Sutton and Schleicher counties. I think on average we'll pick up between 1/4 of an inch to 1/2 inch in many locations. But those areas that see those thunderstorms kind of sit in part for a second or two will likely pick up between 1.5 inches to 2 inches, which is quite possible. Now, the Storm Prediction Center does have that slight concern for us, a slight outlook for us across west central Texas for all the areas here shaded in yellow. Gusty winds, heavy rain, and lightning look to be the major concerns. This does not look to be a tornadic event. We just don't have the lower level dynamics in play to be able to see that. So here's what I'm expecting. Wednesday night into early Thursday morning, damaging winds, large hail seem to be the biggest concerns for us. That tornado threat is going to be super, super low. And then we also could see some flash flooding in some of our areas as well, especially if we see them in some of the more populated areas, Abilene, San Angelo, for example. As you know, those areas tend to flood quickly. This afternoon, I do expect to see a mix of the sun and clouds for us. Temperatures will climb, a very muggy day for us too, into the low to mid 90s across west central Texas. The rest 7 days show you that as we wrap up the rain coverage on Friday after a cold front passes, we will be back in the 80s for Saturday and Sunday, and even the start of next week looking nice and dry with temperatures in the upper 80s. Much of the same for the Concho Valley. Storms late today will continue overnight tonight and into Thursday and Friday with a passing cold front, slightly cooler Friday before the 80s arrive back for the weekend.